everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to be testing out yet another dupe. This is a dupe for the Urban Decay Ultraviolet Palette. This one is also by Ccolor Cosmetics. So I hope you enjoy this video, and if you do, please like and subscribe to my channel. First palette I have here is by Ccolor Cosmetics, and this is the Ultra Electro palette. This palette retails for $12 US on their website, but I found mine for $5 Canadian in Winners. So at the end of this video, if you're interested in this palette in particular, I would say go run to your local Winners now and see if they still have it. These are the swatches to the Ccolor Cosmetics Ultra Electro palette. These all swatched quite nicely and they are pretty pigmented. The next palette I have here, this is the OG palette, the one that the Ccolor Cosmetics palette is trying to dupe. And this one is the Naked Ultraviolet palette by Urban Decay. This palette retails for $49 US or $68 Canadian. So it's about 5 times the price as the Ccolor Cosmetics palette. This is the Ccolor Cosmetics palette swatch next to the Urban Decay Ultraviolet palette. They are extremely similar. Like, I don't really notice too much of a shade difference, maybe a couple. Some of the textures in the shimmer shades are a little bit different in these two, but other than that, it is very similar. Looking at these two side by side, they do look very, very similar. And honestly, by looking at them, I would not be able to tell a difference of them if they were not in the original packaging, just on the shades alone and the way that they're lined up. And they both come in very similar packaging. The Urban Decay packaging is nicer than the Ccolor Cosmetics packaging, but the Ccolor Cosmetics packaging is not bad. Now that I've got you zoomed in, I'm gonna get started with this look. On this side, I'm going to do the Urban Decay Ultraviolet palette, and on this side, I'm going to do the Ccolor Cosmetics Electro palette. Both of these palettes come with a brush, but they're very, very different brushes. In the Ultraviolet palette, you get a dual-ended brush like this. I really like these brushes for applying eyeshadow. I think that they are very good quality. In the Ccolor Cosmetics palette, though, you get one of these brushes. So honestly, I do not use these brushes. I would just throw this away, to be honest. I think for the Ccolor Cosmetics side, I'm going to get out another Urban Decay brush. On the Ccolor Cosmetics side, I'm going to be using the Naked Cherry brush, which is the exact same as the Ultraviolet brush. First up, I'm going to go into the Ultraviolet palette into shade Mind Slip right there, and I'm just gonna work this into my crease using this side of the brush. I'm gonna work that in there. I did already prime my eyelids with the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer. I think it's in shade Sin or something like that. I do like this primer. It is very shiny. I like the base that it adds. We're gonna go into the corresponding shade in the Ccolor Cosmetics palette at the top there. This palette doesn't have any shades, however, all the shades are in order. And buff that one in as well. Already looking at this, the Urban Decay side is a lot more pigmented than this side, so I'm gonna have to go in again with my brush. Those are very similar so far. I'm going to take, in the Urban Decay side, I'm gonna take shade Trippin', and I'm just gonna buff that all over my lid just to see how pigmented it is. I'm gonna take the little side, I think, on this brush. And we're gonna go in, again, the shade at the top end there. We're gonna go to that side of the brush. We're gonna work that into our crease, or all over our lid. That didn't really make too much of a difference, but I was just curious to see how it would pick up. Next up, I'm gonna take shade Hacked there. And I'm gonna take that on this side of the brush again, but I'm going to work that on the outer edge of my eyelid and a little bit into my crease, just like this. And we're gonna do the same with this side here. We need to pick up a little bit more. This side is definitely not as pigmented. Now that we've got a very neutral base on both sides, we are going to dip into some of the shimmers. I'm going to be using the purple shimmers in this palette because I can't not compare the two. I'm gonna start with shade Warning there. And I'm going to just take that pretty much all over my lid, not focusing too much on the outer edge, but all over the rest of my lid. I'm just gonna take that onto my finger and press that in there. I went in about 3 times to really build up this shade here. I really like this. It's like a purple, pink, magenta. Now we're going to go in with the corresponding shade on the other side in the Ccolor Cosmetics palette. We're going to take this one onto our finger as well. This one definitely looks a little bit chalkier than the other one, so let's see how this picks up. This side is definitely a little patchier when you put it on than this side, so just keep in mind you're really gonna wanna pat that in there. It looks a little bit darker on camera here, but when I look into my mirror, they look pretty much the same. I'm gonna go into shade Cyberpunk. It's just beside that shade there, a little bit deeper, and I'm going to just take this shade onto the outer edge of my eye, just like this. When I'm done that, I'm gonna take my crease brush and I'm just going to blend that out really well. And I'm gonna take my beauty blender from earlier and I'm just going to clean up that crease there. There we go. Now I'm going to go into the corresponding shade on the other side. And again, I'm gonna really work that in, this outer portion of my eyelid. This deep shade is very deep, so I'm actually gonna take a little bit more of the magenta shade and work that in there. I'm gonna go back in with my crease brush. I'm just going to blend out the crease there. And then I'm gonna take my beauty blender and again, clean up that corner. I'm gonna take shade Optimized there. And I'm gonna take that on the little side of the brush here. And I'm going to work that into my lower lash line. It doesn't really show up all that much. I'm gonna do the same with this other side though. Now we're going to get back to this. I don't think anything really showed up on my lower lash line. I'm gonna go into shade Euphoric here at the end. Well, almost at the end. I'm gonna take that on the bottom here and I'm gonna work that into my lower lash line. And I'm gonna go into that same shade on the other side. I think for my inner corner shade, I'm gonna be very, very bold with this. I'm gonna go into this minty shade Lucid. And I'm gonna take that on my favorite inner corner brush and I'm just going to dab and work that into the shadow here. I'm also gonna take it up under my brow bone. I'm gonna take that same brush into the shade on the other side. I did my mascara and I actually used some of the Urban Decay Inked Brow Gel on my eyebrows. These are samples I received when I actually ordered from Urban Decay's website, so I would recommend if you are interested in purchasing this palette or any of the other Urban Decay Naked palettes that you order it from their website, because then you can receive some deluxe samples. And another thing that I've received are some of the all-nighter setting sprays, so I'm going to apply some of that. And last, I'm going to apply another sample. I got one of their lipsticks. I like the shade Backtalk. I'm going to take an eyebrow brush. I'm going to work that in there, and then I'm going to apply this to my lip using this. The nice thing about using an eyebrow pencil is you can actually line your lips first and then go in with the color all over your lips. All right, and there we have it. This is the final look here. I really like how the purples turned out on my eyelids. I've used this palette before, but I haven't used it in a little bit, so it's nice to revisit the shades. Final thoughts. I actually think that this is the best dupe that I have tried from Ccolor Cosmetics. I think that the shades in here are pretty much bang on. I would buy the Ccolor Cosmetics palette if you want to create this look, unless you are like a die-hard Urban Decay Naked fan and you like to collect them like I do. then I mean this is a good purchase. And if you want to save money, either buy it at Shoppers Drug Mart when they're doing an optimum sale, or you can order it on their website. And their website, actually, they do often go 50% off on their website, so you can save a good chunk of change there. Plus you get some deluxe samples on their website, which is always nice to have. While editing this video, I realized that I didn't even film an ending. So I thought I'd jump on here and do that right now. If you like this video, please like and subscribe to my channel and leave me a comment down below of your favorite Urban Decay palette if you have one, or just write me something nice down below. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.